Steve Evans, excellent first 20 minutes, and then the equaliser, and it kind of went wrong.
Yeah, I think a good start. With a dominant side, we get the goal. We make a mistake, really. It's a poor clearance. And then they recirculate it and they get the goal. But there's nothing in the game in the first half between both sides. And then second half, they started better than us. You know, the back boys who have been real leaders, real men, were poor defensively. So that gave them a little bit of a lifeline. They get the goal, they go 2-1 in front. We make the changes. The changes work. We become totally dominant for 15 minutes. And we make the chance that the game is going to not end on, but it's going to make it 2-2. You don't make a simpler chance. And if you put that in, it's 2-2, we tend to go, and we're then on the momentum, we're the side that's taking the game forward. And then, you know, we make a defensive error and it's 3-1, good header with them. But, you know, we've no complaints because we didn't do a job defensively. We didn't do a job offensively because we missed big moments for me. Big chance in the first half to make it 2-0. Big chance in the second half to make it 2-2. And they're big moments. And but we'll regroup and we'll go again.
The defensive slips kind of started early in the first half, didn't they? After the equaliser, there was just one or two moments, and they just struggled to come to terms with themselves.
I think there's probably only Luther Wilding who will go home tonight and think he's done his job today. I think the other four have not. I think, you know, they've not done their jobs, and in many cases it's been poor as I've seen 2 or 3 of them individually. But they're good players, they're good men. They'll take that criticism where it's meant, and we'll go back on the training ground and work hard. You know, we're 9 or 10 games in. I'm watching people celebrate next to us as if they're 35 games in. And when they win a promotion, they can come and talk to me. And I'll respect more of that rather than 9 or 10 games. But, you know, we'll take this defeat and we'll channel it, and we'll go to Bolton and we'll get ready for Tuesday.
You mentioned they're not substitutes, they're game changers. They did change the game.
They changed the game. Suddenly 2 dominant centre-halves become undominant because Presley bossed them. Suddenly Jamie Reid and Liss were giving them problems. And we should equalise, shouldn't we? Equalise. And then Ben Thompson should score a late goal with a few minutes to go and added time just to give us a little bit of hope. But that's a huge moment when we're totally dominant at that stage. We're putting balls into the box, they're defending with a life, they can't get out of the half. And then you literally miss the best chance of the season. But he's got his 2 last week, he doesn't mean to miss it. He's still coming back and we still have the utmost confidence in all of them. So it's just a bad day in both boxes for us. Probably the final scoreline is harsh. And that's my review on it. I don't really care what anyone thinks. But we've got a lot of respect for Oxford before the game, and they're a really good side. If the benchmark is we've gone toe-to-toe with them today, that's a good sign after 9 or 10 games.
Probably the best side I've seen this season.
Oh, they're a good side. Listen, they spend a bunch of bundles. Let him not be telling the Oxford press anything different. You know, they're spending big, huge resources with new owners. You know, but I still respect them. I respected before the game. They're a really good side. I don't fear them. I'd play them next Saturday. You know, it'll be game on again. It was game on today. We didn't defend properly. Didn't do our job individually, defensively. If we do that, we certainly turn 1-0 ahead. And then second half, we've given them the chance to go and execute and score a couple of goals. Where when we made the changes to affect the game positively, which we did, we didn't take the golden chance of the season that comes.
The important thing is lessons learned.
Oh, listen, you always learn more when you lose. Listen, you know, we said we didn't learn a lot at Cheltenham last week other than the boy should score when he hits the bar. That's just you know, we don't even need to learn that. We know that's a fact. But other than that, we also know we should score for 6 or 7 at Cheltenham. But Cheltenham's not the benchmark for us. The benchmark is your Oxford United's a former top-level club with big resources and new investment and new owners having a proper go. So we'll dust ourselves down. We'll hurt tonight, we'll hurt tomorrow. And we'll go back on the training ground on Monday and we'll go to Bolton to compete with a side that arguably will be the champions for me. And that's watching a good Oxford side. I think Bolton are a bit special.